What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. It is time for episode 3 of Loki Lamentis. Wingardium Lamentis. Someone's gonna get mad at me for saying that. You wanna see the uncut reactions, go to patreon.com/Heroes Reforged. Got all the episodes on there uncut, including everything we've been reacting to, including Star Wars The Bad Batch and Superman and Lois. If you wanna check those out, those are on there.
Guys, fans, people watching, I'm telling you, the uncut reactions, that's it.
It's Papa approved.
That's the good. I've seen them. I know the guys who do them, and they're good.
Speaking of Papa approved, boys, this is the first episode I have not seen yet. So I want to apologize in advance because I may cop myself a little Loki bony. We don't know what's going to happen. I am very excited.
Ikea at that point.
I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
I'm so nervous.
It's the time. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
What? You have to cut this out too, baby. I don't care. Cut it out.
Oh no. That's not good.
they're talking about Flint, Michigan water.
They still don't have the water.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We could do potato skins or buffalo fingers.
What?
Or we could eat some more. Why do you hate this place?
I don't hate it, I fear it.
What's going on?
Interesting.
This is an illusion to get this agent
Some info.
to reveal where the timekeepers are.
How many people are guarding the timekeepers?
Sorry, what?
You sneaky, sneaky lady.
She's just a real sneaky snake.
Oh, very sneaky, very sneaky.
So why won't you tell me how many people are guarding the timekeepers?
This is a trust of friendship, a betrayal of a trust of friendship. Oh my God, she's in the TVA.
Don't work.
Oh,
it
her
ain't
Powers
gonna
don't
work.
work.
Oh, it's a good thing she can
Purge.
still kick ass.
Few questions.
Have you really got nothing else better to do?
Rude.
Hell yeah.
Oh, snap.
Ravonna Renslayer.
Ooh, y'all almost got pruned.
Oh, we're about to hop through time, baby boys.
Sheesh. Oh my God.
You're out of
course.
juice. Sorry, lady. Oh, he's got his powers. He's got his eagle powers.
La Bruja is back. What the?
Is that one of your
I'm sorry, what?
Did you send us?
Is this the end
the
of
planet.
Guardians 1?
Lamentis.
Lamentis. Lamentis 1.
The title of
That's
the
the name of the episode, yeah. In the year 2077.
2077.
app. Okay.
I don't think humans will have conquered
I'll be
space travel by then.
I'll be 90.
Cool.
This is Lamentis 1! I don't know what that means! Of all of the apocalypses saved on that 10 path, this is the worst!
Didn't exactly have time to scan the brochure.
Rosha.
Scan the brochure.
Didn't need your help!
You're so weird.
This is stressful.
Yeah.
Ah, what is going on?
The plan you interrupted was years in the making.
You gotta tell him the plan. You gotta tell him the plan.
There's power somewhere on this moon. We just need enough of it to travel through interdimensional time.
No big deal.
No big
Real.
deal, guys. Yeah.
Easy. Come on. Those are rookie numbers. We gotta bump those numbers up.
We got this Game Boy Mini here. Hector, what's the name of that Game Boy you just bought?
Game Boy
That's what it
Micro.
looks like. Game Boy Micro. Got this Game Boy Micro here.
Slow down, variant.
Don't call me Variant, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Oh, you changed your name. Brilliant.
It's called an alias.
Sylvie.
Thank you, Spain.
Also, they filmed this Mandalorian style in the volume, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
most likely.
COVID safe too. Well, that didn't go the way you
Excuse
thought
me.
it would.
No.
Oh, that lady's gonna
Who
die.
is this? No, she's not gonna die.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
Don't be. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I did too.
Oh my God! Come on,
Dude,
bro.
Loki. Okay.
Oh no.
How dare you?
You're as beautiful as I.
Yep. Knew you were gonna get blasted.
God, I love seeing Loki so out of his element. It's so
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
We're doing this one my way.
Someone with a shit plan.
It's a great plan.
That's great. That's what I would have done.
Follow my
I
lead.
can't wait to see this cosplay at Comic-Con.
Hector, I hope you pre-ordered this action figure.
I would maybe buy this action figure. It's ridiculous.
Don't say maybe, Hector. You know you would.
And the tickets?
Orders come from the top to get her on this train.
What is that accent?
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, I just remembered that headquarters radioed in the request for them this morning.
Not questionable at all.
Okay.
I like that these suits look a little silly. Like, it just looks a little wonky.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Space
nice.
beverages.
This is like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
None of those people outside are gonna get a seat.
Jeez.
There's so much space.
I can't sleep in a place like this.
Am I shipping these characters right now? Do I want Loki to hook up with Loki? I think so.
Champagne?
Ah, yes. Thank you very much.
What about the poor people outside?
A pity the old woman chose to die, don't you think?
She was in love.
She hated him.
She
Maybe
did.
love is hate.
Remember that. What was it? love is hate.
Oh,
Love is
piss
hate.
off.
I want that.
It's in flamenco moves.
I know.
You're a prince. Must have been would-be princesses. Or perhaps another prince.
Gender fluidity, baby.
A bit of both. I suspect the same as you. But nothing ever...
Gets around. I like that. I feel like that's like a pretty good confirmation that Loki might be bisexual or pansexual. Like, it's pretty good.
Love is something I might have to have another drink to...
They could have fit so many people on that train.
I feel really bad for all the people who were left behind.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
no,
crazy.
That's no bueno. Wait, why is the train going towards that though?
When she sings, come home. Men drar den danser, basen danser. Dansing och sing, kom hem. Men drar den danser, she sings, come home.
That's a cool instrument. He's drunk. Am I watching Lord of the Rings right now? This is nice.
Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on
Crossover
here?
confirmed.
Is he
Oh, we
truly
went to a
vulnerable,
handheld.
or is this a ploy, gentlemen?
It's
Is
a ploy.
Loki
Look at the
really?
camera
You
shake.
think it's a ploy?
Look at the camera shake.
There's always something suspect
If I-
when you go from steady shots to a handheld.
Yeah, to camera shake. See, look.
If I could, yeah. If I could have some sort of guarantee that he wouldn't kill me, I would want to party with Loki.
I don't think he'd kill me because I have nothing to offer him.
he just did his brother's thing.
Hell yeah, dude.
When did you get so paranoid?
Oh, I guess it must have started when I spent my entire life running from the omniscient fascists you work for.
Nice. They are fascists. TVA confirmed.
Loki gonna get all stabby?
He's too drunk.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Bye.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, crap.
Loki.
That's
How
not
did
good.
you let yourself get thrown out like that?
Damn fool.
And you know why the TVA can't track them is because there are no variant energy signatures
Right.
when there's an apocalypse. It was really smart the way they set that up in the second episode.
Yeah.
Oh
it
my
got
God.
fried. Oh no.
You killed us!
Maybe we can fix it.
This is like those
It's
those-
gone.
those Nightmare Home Shopping Network videos where they're like, "This is a one of a kind. This is
Yeah.
oh shit."
Wow. Okay.
Is this all in her head, and is Loki enchanting her? This whole thing is
Enchanting.
scenario.
I think the enchantments have worn off.
Is she the enchantress?
That young soldier from the TVA. I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior,
Oh.
before she even fought for them.
Oh.
Dude,
What did you say?
Mobius was from the 90s, and that motherfucker rode jet skis, you guys.
She was just a regular person on Earth.
A regular person.
I'm telling
Loved
you.
margaritas.
I'm telling you.
From the
I was
90s.
told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all variants, just like us.
Ah, there you go.
That motherfucker owned
This
like
is-
2 jet skis probably, and
That's why Mobius didn't know that he left the rings on the table in the last episode.
I wonder if Mobius is a variant of actor Owen Wilson from Earth.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be really dumb, but really funny.
Oh, so that's not even the arc. That was just a train to get to the arc.
We go round.
Use your powers, your eagle powers.
Eagle powers!
Dude, I am also blown away that they were able to film this during COVID.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
nuts.
Good for them.
The amount of tests they had to administer.
Look at that full 360 shot, you guys. Is that all done in the volume?
Oh, shit.
That's no bueno. Guys, I think somebody's manipulating that moon with the power stone.
Ooh.
Remember?
I remember. You think it's... Dude, if a Celestial shows up right now... Hang on. Augustine. That's too much.
Yo, dog, those stones are glowing purple. And that's
I know, this is a
what
purple
Thanos
planet.
did when he rained the moon down on Tony.
Yeah, but it's 2077, remember?
Yeah, but
the stones could have been reconstituted from the atoms
Exactly.
of which they were scattered.
Oh God, this show.
Anything's possible, baby. Anything's possible. This is insane. This has all been a oneer.
This is
Yeah.
this is all one shot.
Really well done.
Good for them, dude.
The amount of coordination and like rehearsing that this takes. Thankfully, you have shots like this where you can cheat cuts.
Yeah, they cheated a cut right there.
What the?
Nice.
What are you?
I didn't know I was playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
Yeah. He ate his eagle eggs.
Oh dear Lord.
And the Ark is destroyed.
What the hell? Guys, they're screwed.
So they're dead. I don't know what I would
was
do in
it.
that situation.
Somber music. That's what you would do. Play some somber
Time
music.
to have a drink.
Wow.
No,
That's how it
ends.
ends? No.
Hey.
No.
Yo, I was so
Disney,
invested.
how dare you? How freaking
What
dare you?
the-
You can't. Guys, no, this episode was
Wow.
only half an hour long.
Yeah, it's very short.
Seriously.
Very
Oh,
short.
it was? It legit what? No, it was 36
Yeah,
minutes.
It's only 36
That's
minutes.
short.
Jesus.
Considering
I
it's a
thought this was supposed to
6-episode
be an
series,
hour.
this is definitely like. I mean, maybe there'll be
I
shorter
guess you're
ones,
right.
but this is definitely
maybe
a shorty.
maybe there'll be a longer
Oh,
mid
man.
credits or something. But like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, they it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, they've done it before where they've had episodes that are longer.
Vary in length.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
This-
I think
first
Falcon Winter
episode
Soldier,
was-
had the penultimate that was an hour and like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
How dare they only make this half an hour?
dude.
How
that
dare
was-
they?
It's gonna be
Well,
wild to see. But here's what this episode did. Even though it was solely Loki and Sylvie the whole time, it still let us know like the TVA is full of shit. We have been right for 2 weeks.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Theorizing, picking up on what the show's putting down, where it's like, this is all propaganda. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean,
Oh,
to me, that
man.
kind of makes sense. I think, like, it's when you think something is the way it's presented or appears to be, it's usually always a fallacy, especially in these types of shows. And I think that's the big difference between these shows and the movies, is because these shows have so much more time, they can really play with the concepts of time and manipulating events and manipulating characters, and motivations can change and twist and turn. And I think that's kind of the thing that's always excited me about all the shows. And I think even though as like grounded the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is, it also does those sorts of things just in different ways that is a little bit more grounded in reality. And I think that's kind of what
Look, the timekeeper's face is more distorted than last time's.
Yeah. So I
Come
don't
on,
know. I
come
think
on.
that's what excites me about the show is the fact that there is this like play with time, playing with what you think the truth is.
I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger during these credits, waiting for a mid-credit scene. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
do it.
Come on,
Do it now.
give it to me.
All right,
give me the
guys.
shot.
Okay.
Give it
Okay.
to
So
me
let's
now.
do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go with what we know, and then
Yes.
let's talk about who potentially is behind the time. So there's somebody pulling the strings, potentially Kang, but let's put the things together. So we know that Owen Wilson thinks he emerged at the TVA. Clearly, he
Right.
did not. He has a soft spot for the 90s because he loves jet skis. This other
Yes.
person, this other agent, was decades or centuries old.
Yeah.
So this person was brought in from another timeline. There is an entity.
Also, I don't want to throw you off because I think I know. I want to keep following the trail you're going down, Augustine. But remember, the TVA is kind of outside of time and space, maybe at the end of time or near the end of time, because they were able
Are
to
they,
go
though?
back to. They went to the year 2050 or whatever, when they went to that huge Roxxon Walmart. And they weren't like, that's in our future. They see it all. So even the future has happened to them. So they've observed they know about the whole timeline. So they're not set in the present. That's the tricky thing. Just to keep going off what you're saying, the events of the show Loki, the events of this whole time stream manipulation stuff may occur right after Avengers Endgame, but also may always occur. We don't know at the end of this if it's like, now there's a multiverse, and it's like, okay, now if you go back to the beginning of the Marvel movies, there's always been a multiverse. We don't know how that's going to play out. So
I don't think they're existing at the end, only because Mobius says that the end is still being untangled.
Correct.
They can see the future, but they haven't been to the end yet.
So just to
the epilogue is being untangled, right?
Yeah,
but at least that was Mobius repeating some propaganda, so we don't know. But all I'm saying to bring that up is that the woman who we saw have those flashbacks, it looked like that was the modern era, like she was in a bar, like that was in the 90s or the 2000s or whatever. She's still working at the TVA for hundreds of years because time works differently, right?
Okay.
Owen Wilson gets snatched from the 90s. He's still there for such a long time because it's different there, that like he has been there for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, maybe who knows.
So the only place in the MCU that we know of that time works differently in is the quantum realm.
Bro.
The quantum, remember Janet Van Dyne was in there for a couple years, but
Quantumania.
Exactly. We know we have Quantumania. I have a feeling that there's going to be something to do with the quantum realm. And I saw this in other people's videos theorizing, is that there's a certain look between when Loki looks at the inside of the TVA, where he sees the giant city and everything happening, and the fact that there's a small blip of cities existing in the quantum realm, right?
Yes.
I have a feeling that we're messing with quantum stuff at this point. Not necessarily new dimension, new entity that cancels people's powers out. I have a feeling that somebody might be manipulating the quantum realm in a way in which it can make it seem like that's happening. But
could be. Do you think a timekeeper, one of the timekeepers, is Kang, or do you think Kang is this other?
See, I don't want to call Kang yet. I don't want to call Kang yet because what we've learned from these stories. So I've heard other theories as well where people are saying that there's the time warpers who went to war with the timekeepers and like all this stuff. There's a storyline and it's super complicated. And I saw the theory and I was like, I see it, but it's too complicated. And what we've learned from these stories is that these stories are very personal to the character. So having an interdimensional timekeeper, time warper war doesn't make sense for the story.
It's too
of
like
Loki.
MCU big scale.
Exactly. It's way too big scale, and these stories have always been very personal. And I don't think that's going to change for Loki.
So that's what this whole show's about. I mean,
I think with like Secret Invasion, stuff like that, then it starts to shift into like more potentially more like universe. But like,
you know what?
I agree. I feel like right now it's like personal, very personal.
You're
and
right,
we don't
Adam,
have time. This was a half-hour episode. We don't have time to go into the interdimensional happenings of an ancient time war.
Even with Secret Invasion, we've been told it's going to really focus on Sam Jackson's Nick Fury and like maybe be more of a personal story there in Talos and sort of be more smaller scale and kind of grounded. Even with Civil War, they turned the Marvel Comics Civil War into a Captain America story. Even with something like House of M or the unraveling of the Scarlet Witch's grip on reality, they turned that into a story about grief. Like they're taking each one of the major comic book milestone events or you know, whatever that we might be familiar with. It's like, oh, that's important to this character. That's important to the TVA, is this war and all this other shit. And they're like, okay, but how can we relate it to a character and make it personal? And the proof again, even is with this show Loki. The backdrop is the TVA. They're using the show to introduce the TVA because we're probably going to see more, you know, multiverse or time travel shenanigans going forward. But it's a story about Loki figuring out who he is. That's what the show is about.
Here's the brilliant thing about this, though. It's what we've talked about several times as well, is bringing on the legacy of a character rather than the character itself. So in this case now, anybody can be Loki. Anybody. It doesn't have to be Tom Hiddleston. If he wants to not be Loki anymore, he doesn't have to be. He can come back at any point and just reprise a role. But we have the female version of Loki. We have the Sylvie version of Loki. There's kids versions. It's great. So now I think what's happening here is they're setting up, like, we had a major shift with Wanda, and now she is potentially a big bad. And then we had a major shift with the changing of the guard with Captain America, and now Captain America is a new mantle. I have a feeling that this Loki thing is going to not necessarily, tie in directly to the Multiverse of Madness or tie directly into Quantumania, but is going to leave us with the legacy of Loki, where Loki can kind of be everything. I mean, just look at the title. Look at the graphics for the show. Loki is
everything and anything anywhere.
Yeah, and
very fluid.
It's four different fonts, and it's fluid, and it can be whatever. Whatever Loki is.
Augustine? Are you saying that even though he might not show up in Thor: Love and Thunder, that either Hiddleston or another actor playing another version of Loki may show up in the movies in the future at some point, in the mainstream Sacred Timeline MCU movies, and be like, "I'm Loki, it's me, I'm Kid Loki," or whatever. Right. That's what you're saying.
Because if we know anything about the Asgardians, is that they never go away, and we know that we're getting Natalie Portman as Thor.
Jane Foster Thor.
I mean, they've already done the switch. Like, Jane Foster is Thor at this point. Why is that any different from what can potentially happen to Loki?
And then this Sylvie as Loki or whatever. That's very interesting.
This Sylvie or somebody else. And this is literally just off the top of my head right now. I'm literally
That's how we do it on Heroes Reforged, motherfuckers. That's how we do that shit. Why are you even watching other YouTubes?
Unsub from all those channels. We got you.
Unsub from every other YouTube channel. What the fuck are you doing? I swear to God.
Swear to me.
Slap the shit out of you. Why are you even listening to anybody except for Augustine?
That's it. That's all you need.
What's wrong with you? Anyway, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Like, does this bring up any ideas? I don't know.
Yes,
I'm just spitballing here.
I think you're on to something, and I think that we've pretty much cracked the code, because it's not a tough code to crack, where I think we're all in agreement that the show is about Loki and that the MCU is not going to get super, super crazy. That's not what the MCU does. I can dive into the hardcore, deep lore of the Marvel Comics world all day long, and I love that shit. But we just experienced the Infinity Saga, and that Infinity Saga in the movies is very different than the comics, and that's fine. But a lot of great moments from the comics are in there. Right. I think you're right, man. I think that it's still a little too early to tell if the show is ultimately going to do anything with TVA and Kang the Conqueror, or the microverse, or the quantum realm, or any of a little early to tell. But honestly, at this point, anything could happen, man. They could,
Yeah, it's up in the air, and that's what I love. This is what I love about what's going on with these shows, is that they have the freedom to do whatever they want, because it's early on in the next phase, and these characters are getting their own storylines. So we're getting to know these people, and we don't know the context they're playing in, even though we know they have the context planned out at this point. Yeah. So I love this kind of stuff. I love being at the edge of my seat and waiting till next week until we figure out the next piece of the puzzle.
Guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about this episode of Loki. What are some of your theories about where we could be going? How the hell are they going to get off that dying planet? That's going to be a fun episode next week.
Oh, I know how they're going to get off.
Wow.
Oh, some hot Loki and Loki action?
Wow.
Before
it gets too spicy in here. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Unsubscribe from everybody else. Remember, that's important too. Unsubscribe from everybody else.
That's right.
Bye.